Let's talk single cabs. So what we have here is a 1961 and a 1962 single cab. The 62 is mine, the 61 belongs to a buddy of mine. It's here for some major metal work, and I know what you people like, so I thought I'd show you this one next. Even though it's not one of mine, everybody loves to view the carnage of a cut-up bus. Let's take a look. Right off the bat, I'll go ahead and let you know, this bus came here to get the front floors replaced and maybe some patchwork done on the seat pedestals. And this is where we are now. If you've ever cut into a bus, then you know these things escalate quickly sometimes. This bus had some secrets and some not so big secrets, but on the bright side, there is still some great metal in this bus. We just need to put some more great metal in this bus. Something that has to be mentioned is this bus has been rolled, or at least was on its side at some point, and it has had some awful bodywork done to it. Now, my friend is not interested in having that work corrected 100%. What he wants is a truck that's solid enough to actually use when he wants to use it. Not so nice that he's afraid to take it out in the pasture or take it over to the hardware store, pick up a load of dirt, I don't know, drywall, whatever he might need. So this bus is still going to have some pretty nasty bodywork done to it. But where I've been, I'm hoping it's going to be a lot nicer. Like I mentioned just a minute ago, this bus came in to have the front floor replaced. It was pretty roached. It was obvious that it needed to be changed out. And the seat pedestals, well, as they often do, they were starting to rust out from where the seat was breaking down and holding water against the metal. As you can see, the seat pedestals are gone. We looked into the hours it was going to take to start patching them and trying to match up the ribbed metal. It just turned out to be easier to get new seat pedestals. I'll show you those in a minute. Another thing we got into was the toolbox. It had rat's nests and all sorts of stuff inside of it, and it rotted out some areas on the front edge and the back edge. You can also see those nests did some serious damage back here where I guess we'll still call it a spare tire well. It's what a spare tire well is on a bus, although a single cab doesn't keep the spare tire there. But it had rotted into the treasure chest area, and this is something I'm dealing with right now in the moment. That's what's left of the shift rod. It's not supposed to look like that. This mangled little nub you see right here is what's left of the shift rod. Now, there's a transaxle in this bus right now. That shift rod should be protruding quite a bit more than that. I'm not 100% sure what happened. What I can tell you is that shift rod is stuck in the tube right now. I'm going to get the transaxle pulled out, and I've got a few plans of attack, but I can tell you the other night I grabbed the rear coupler with a pair of channel locks, and the tube started twisting rather than turning in the tube, if that makes sense. I think I might have to get an air hammer after it. I'm hoping once it finally moves that maybe it'll break free and it'll come out and it's not going to be a struggle the whole way. So the bottom of the toolbox, the floor there, which turns into the spare tire well, it was pretty rotten back in that back section, and this is where I've decided that I'm going to section in a donor piece. I thought for a while about replacing the whole box floor, and they do offer that piece new too if you want to go that route, but I happen to have a donor piece, and I'm going to use that donor for the toolbox itself, so I thought, let's go ahead and use the base a little bit too. I could probably talk with you for hours, and maybe even debate you on the idea of whether it would have been better to replace the whole thing or just part of it. Unfortunately, my donor had a little damage, so I decided to just go with part of it. Fingers crossed that was the right choice. This is the passenger side seat pedestal that I removed. It looks incredibly similar to the driver's side, so I'll just show you this one. But you can see the amount of rust damage. And when you really get into it, that pitting was so deep, it wasn't going to be small patches. It was going to be big patches. Like I said, we went ahead and ordered in some new ones. So it'll have brand new metal for the seat pedestals and the front floor. As I mentioned before, for the kind of truck my friend is looking for, we're just going to do some repairs on the dog legs right here and not do a replacement. It's actually a pretty nice dog leg compared to what some of the other metal on this truck is like. But in reality, this truck does have a lot of nice metal on it. That inner valance is in great shape. We'll go ahead and scuff it clean, treat that rust before we put the floor back in. Also, the frame rails and the shift stick e-brake support there are all in really nice shape. Really, the damage to this truck was internal due to the mass rat's nests and everything that existed in this floor before he picked it up. Of course, along with the holes down behind the toolbox, there's some holes up where the seat pedestal meets the wall. Those are going to have to be addressed too, here on the passenger side and over on the driver's side where it's a little worse. Speaking of driver's side being worse, the driver's side dog leg definitely had some more damage. It had been kinked at some point, whether it was when it was pulled out of a field or what, but we've got a new piece to go in here at the base, and we're going to have to obviously do some work on the base of that A-pillar too. Along with that metal work, there's a few other things he's wanting me to take care of while the truck's here. One of those is getting the electrical system working. I honestly don't mind doing electric. I know some people don't. It's not their favorite, but it doesn't bother me. There's something really rewarding about when this little light's supposed to blink and you're able to make it blink. I don't know. It doesn't bother me at all. I kind of like it. He also has a known running motor that we're going to put in here. We're keeping our fingers crossed that transaxle's good. We're going to do a full brake job on it. Make sure it stops just as well as it goes. There's a lot of work to do to this truck. Of that, there is no doubt. But I think it's going to be a great truck when we wrap it up. Undoubtedly, I am forgetting to mention one or more things that this truck's going to get done while it's here. And another thing there's no doubt of, we're going to find some more stuff we weren't expecting. This truck has proven that already. But I wanted to post this quick little video and see if this truck is something you guys are interested in seeing more of. It is going to be a lot of metal work, and I don't know. I'm more than happy to bring y'all along on this journey if you'd like to see it. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of the 61 single cab in future videos. Thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.